Miss Dani. Neither do I. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, is everyone still at Eamon's event?
I was there.
I think a few people are hanging around now.
Oh.
What are the noises going on?
Welcome,
Hi.
everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh.
We have we have the
caught
same
talking about
pronouns.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we hear an echo.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's me. That's me. Okay, I'll fix it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that fixed it.
But you don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, no, I think that fixed it.
Mm.
Oh, is that the?
And you're a robot to me.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
from that one edgy cartoon about demons and shit.
Oh yeah, I am. Because
Yeah.
I deleted my avatar.
I don't
Mm.
know.
Still,
The
Yeah, I
first,
still,
the first.
I still
Well, I only
haven't seen
saw
the
the first
season.
episode, and like it just
Right,
seemed like they were just trying to be overly edgy, and I'm just like, why? Just.
Oh, you need to watch, like, you need to get to, like, episode 4. Because that's the best episode. Maybe just watch episode 4.
All right, I'll do it. It wasn't terrible. It just seemed like they were trying too hard to be edgy. Is the thing, like the first. I don't know.
Hey, stop.
Oh.
No, I know what you means though. Like the first episode is kind of just all of the characters being the stereotypes that they are. And then like
Yeah.
once you get over that, it's like, okay, there's actually a story.
Yeah, I still didn't watch it on Netflix. I know the lore, and I watched most of it on YouTube. The characters,
Well, the lore is the Bible.
right?
I
know.
like the art. I do like the art, and I see
The-
avatars of it in
VR chat.
VRC.
Because,
Oh, yeah.
and it's funny. I have a whole community who made that world. It's all them. Like it's their Bible in there.
Yeah.
So I need to watch it. And like everyone keeps raving about it, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do it, and then I haven't.
It's really good.
It definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Anything
I
that
said,
has
I'd probably
anime or cartoon.
revisit it. It wasn't like
And-
super cringy or anything. It was just kind of like it seemed like they were just trying to jam pack as much
Yeah.
edginess as possible to get
Right.
people's attention. Maybe I don't know.
Just
Sure,
fuck the
yeah.
event is what has been
Wait,
Odell for
Now
3
I'm
hours.
Wait, how-
curious.
I'm sorry. How,
Like, now I'm
how late are we? How late were we?
Oh shit!
Are
Oh,
you
we're
serious?
late. We were just
What the
hanging out,
fuck?
talking in there the whole time.
No way.
Damn, that
Wait,
took
why
forever.
you fucking didn't say anything, Mr. Vanquisher? You were sitting there
Oh,
standing, and that motherfucker was quiet. He was
I
just
didn't
listening
even
to us
see
bantering about
Vanquisher. He's just-
fucking ridiculous shit that should have never been uttered publicly. But well,
Oh,
shit
I'm
happens.
just working
This
in-
cockroach was sitting there, standing there
just
the entire
working in
time.
Blender, so
Motherfucker.
I was just
Okay,
Sort
yeah,
of
okay.
respawning helps.
We'll give you that excuse, like you run banter. I knew Discord
I'm
Kitty
on
was dead.
Blender.
Like she walked away from her computer. There was no like
Oh,
vital signs on that creature. But I knew you were active.
yeah. I'm probably might rejoin because usually that works. Oh,
No, he said he deleted his account.
I am a robot because I deleted my avatar. I'm like fixing it up.
oh, okay.
Hold a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's funny. I've done that before, accidentally.
I think it was like the first half of that show, which it was kind of like that. They're just like,
What show was this that you guys talking about?
it's like edgy kind of
He's looking up your
buzzwords
skirt.
for a while in the first episode.
Yeah.
You were just using edgy buzzwords. Probably because I'm like, maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. I'm like 40. I guess maybe it's a bit different. I'm like,
No.
those fucking kids. What
See, I
happened
like
to the
it 'cause I
days
was
where
a
you gargle
theater kid.
LSD and fucking end up in the fucking hospital in
Hell yeah, that's a great night.
Shit. Fuck. What is baking? I keep hearing about it.
I mean, I literally, I started going to your events to learn, and then I started actually having to teach you how to do things.
Can anybody explain what baking is?
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
annoying.
I don't know.
It's way. Well,
the
you
technical
put things
way.
together and you put it in the oven, and then you hope it doesn't burn.
Oh no, that's not what I mean.
Yeah. So baking basically, like, I don't know, it's annoying. So like, do you know what a texture image is? Like, you have an image for the texture of an avatar. It's just like on a square.
Okay.
The UVs are like sort of the mesh. Like it's a like example of where the mesh is sitting on on the texture image. And then like baking, you can like move the UVs around and then bake the texture to where the UVs are. That's just like
Oh, that's kind of
basically
like
getting
gluing
the
it.
image. Well, it's kind of like, yeah, it's just
Oh.
getting the image, copy and pasting it from one part to another. That's sort of what it does when I do baking. But I'm just baking diffuse. You can also bake multiple layers together. So you could bake lighting onto the image, so it like looks like there's light shining onto the character, even when there's no real time lighting.
Yeah. Hmm. That's appreciated. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm really glad you are doing it because I was gonna
yeah.
do the videos that you've done, but now I don't have to do them.
Howdy.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, good. I'm alright.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah, I
grinding
was
my
watching
weed.
one like as I was falling
Sorry.
asleep last night,
Oh, I'm just
and
grinding my
I
weed.
didn't watch all of the video, but like I
Nice.
noticed how you were doing the baking. Well, not the baking, how you were doing the texture thing was like interesting,
I
but
got
you
a
did
cup.
it so quick, like you sped it up by like 20
It's a
times
sexy
and
cup.
didn't like I didn't see you
Doesn't seem
explaining what
like
you were
you could
doing. Like
drink something
you
like
gotta like slow it
that,
down a bit sometimes
but
so
Oh
people
yeah,
can
it's
actually
paint.
understand the
I got
steps
who
some
you're
am I
taking
paint.
to
to do those
judge?
things.
Never ate paint as a kid? Man, way better than weed, I tell you what. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I've never fuck around with paint.
That makes sense.
Well,
Well, I think you should at least make it more obvious, and like link to
it's
like
a
reference the
husband
video where
hotel
the people
thing.
can learn those steps
Yep.
to
Hey,
pay
Danny?
attention to.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like husband hotel.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can have a little
World's
info
best
card pop
fanboy.
up on the video.
I need to be in the mood to
At
watch
that
it
time
though.
in the
It's one of
video.
those things. Like I'm okay with almost like musicals or whatever, but there are some times where my brain is like, it's not even anything against musicals. It's more like if I'm in a state where my
Oh.
brain has trouble listening to it, it's like, oh man, I
Mhm.
can't watch the show right now in this moment, you know?
See, I
So
attach myself
it's
to them,
almost like
so
a
it's fine.
overwhelming thing. Like I get overwhelmed by too much at me all at once,
Oh
you
my
know?
God. I feel anxious when I watch musicals with other people in person. Like maybe VR is fine, but in person it feels so fucking awkward and I feel so socially anxious. I don't know why, but
Why?
Really?
like I don't know. It feels weird. Like I feel
For me, it's
weird.
literally just like like a
I love
sensory
musicals.
stimulation thing.
Uh, I don't know. It's like weird. I don't know why.
Like even if the song
But
is
I can
like,
watch them by myself or like, in VR with other people,
Mhm.
but
I think it's
some
also like
reason if they're
because
in person, it just feels
like it's
weird.
like that too with me. If I'm listening, like I'm listening to a new song I haven't heard. heard before, and it's like very fast paced, high tempo.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be like in a mood or something to be able to not get overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
weird
see, I'm the
thing for me.
opposite. I get like really like I'm like musical comes on or like something surprises me and is a musical. I'm like, yes, more. Give me it
I
all
see.
at
I
once,
get like that. Like
please.
whenever I'm in the right
I'm like that by
mood, that's how I
myself.
am. You know.
Like by myself though. It's weird. I don't know why it's weird with other people around. I don't know.
I don't know. Did someone give
Is
you
it
a
like
hard
you have to
time in the
stop
past
yourself
about?
from bursting into
I
song?
don't know. Maybe it's definitely something to unpack because I don't really understand it myself, you
Because like
know?
I have trouble expressing things sometimes that like, oh, look at this thing I made. Because like as a kid, my cousin would be like, oh, you like this, that, or the other thing? That's gay. You know,
Um,
expressing art is gay. You know, so now
there's
as an
nothing wrong
adult,
with being
I'm
gay.
always like, I'm always like, no, I know, but like in 90s, 2000s, right?
Oh,
That
yeah,
was kind of
90s.
the limerick of the time, I guess. Not that it was okay, but yeah. So like it's not even it's the derogatory statement, the derogatory connotations that kind of like makes it harder for me to look at this thing I made or, some people like I want to be a little bit more vain though, like I think that would be
Yeah.
a little bit of vanity isn't bad,
Yeah. I don't know why it is. I don't know. Like, I don't mind musicals. I like some of them, you know? Like, it's just for
Mhm.
some reason it feels awkward to watch them with other people in real life.
All I could think about is Grease right
Socially
now.
awkward. Like, well, I like
Fucking
Sweeney Todd. That one's good. Or,
go Grease lightning, you better, 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 better. Keep talking,
Hell
Joe,
yeah.
keep talking. Yeah,
Repo, the
hilarious.
Genetic Opera. That one's good too.
Oh, that one's good. Yeah.
I like the dark ones.
Yeah, me
The
too.
other
I
ones
actually
was
came up with this
whatever, but
idea.
dark
Let me
ones,
tell you about this
yeah.
idea. I a long time ago, I was reading about Ed Gein. Are you guys familiar with that? He wasn't a serial killer, but he killed a couple people because he's crazy. He's basically
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
everyone inspired, kind of like what Chainsaw Massacre and Chainsaw Massacre. You're like in a fucking nail
Like a
salon.
manicure, but
Yeah.
Chainsaw moniker.
I'm gonna massacre those nails.
Just
Anyway, I had this idea
what?
because I remember reading that Ed Gein actually believed he could raise the dead. Like he was crazy. He actually believed that. So
Yeah.
What
I thought like,
standard?
what if there was a musical about a Gein type of character who thought he could raise the dead, but the twist was he could. You know?
Minor that what you could
Ah,
find?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be fun? A little bit fucking weird and twisted. He'd have like a Gein home where he has like a skin lamp and
Yeah, I found this on
A
Polypizza.
keen home.
Polypizza's a great one for the low poly
nipple
ones.
nipple belt made up of nipples. That was a real thing. That was a real thing. I'm not even joking. The guy fucking
Oh
made a nipple
man.
belt. Yeah, and like various skin masks. But it was
There's a lot of
like
fish assets
Sounds
he
that
like
did
you
kill
can
two
find
he
for
killed
people.
this.
more than a couple
Like,
of people.
they're
I
pretty
mean,
basic.
you
No,
need
no,
more.
no, no,
You
no.
need a
He used
lot
to
of
rob.
nipples to make
He
a
used to
whole
rob
belt.
graves. He lived near like a grave,
Oh.
Oh, so they were
and
stinky nipples?
they were stinky
Ew,
nipples.
yeah,
Yes.
rotting, stinky nipples.
Yeah, so if someone wants to steal that idea and make that musical, please do, because I think it'd be
It's too hard
awesome
to hear
to
you over everyone
watch.
else at the moment.
Just like an
That would
insane,
be. Because Jekyll and
uh,
Hyde the musical is really good.
yeah, but
Oh,
are
that's
there
cool. I
stinky
haven't seen
nipple
that.
belts?
No, that is something the theater world is missing.
What about the
Okay,
recent
so we
video,
need
your
more of
avatar
that,
creation video?
please.
We gotta tell someone.
We'll write Banter the musical and it will be about stinky
Yeah.
nipple stealing.
Oh no, my grinder's stuck closed because of the
But my brain,
THC.
for some reason,
Yeah,
when I
it was
think of
the
that, I
accessories,
think
I
of that
believe.
like
You would just gone over
near the end, maybe he's in
how
like
you'd already done
a courtroom,
the
and
shoes and
they're,
the
he's
backpack.
trying to prove, well, his lawyer's trying to prove, that he's insane, which is what happened in real life with that guy. He
Mm.
he he ended up in an institution for the rest of his life.
Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, what if there was like a courtroom scene, but he actually proves he could
Yeah,
raise the
cool.
dead in this
Huh?
fictional scenario about a different
So
character that is only based off Ed Gein, you know?
Mm.
And then that would lead to some weird issues, like weird situations where it's like you can go many different directions from there. Does it become a fucking what do you call it? Like necromancer vigilante? What happens? Who knows? You
Huh.
know?
Oh, shit. It is. It's stuck closed now.
Yeah.
Though. My grinder. Because of the. Ugh. Yeah, hold on.
Like a
I
full
gotta, like,
outfit.
pop
Stop
it
yelling at
open
me.
maybe
It hurts my
somehow.
feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's yelling at you?
You're
That's
yelling
good.
at me.
Like I would
I
recommend
am. It's
starting.
me.
So one thing as well I've noticed.
Yes, it's all
Oh,
you.
me.
Do you know
You're
how
behind.
Oh
with your
man.
avatar,
You're behind all
Maybe
of
I
it.
really
you
am
started
stuck in
with
a
an
fucking
avatar which was
hospital
wearing a
bed and I'm in
shirt,
a coma
and then
and
you
none of this is
attached
real.
something to the shirt and uploaded that
You
as
have
the avatar,
Yeah, I don't
and you put
know.
the
Uh-oh.
ad
Yeah,
runs.
maybe
The
this is
armature
like
that you get
Fuck.
when you download a default
the
hero
Matrix.
character like that is
Maybe this
Yeah.
is
different
the
to
Matrix,
the
and
armature
Elon
you
Musk
get
is
with
behind
the
everything,
Oh
and
no.
he's
the body on it, the
using
skin for the outfit.
his
So
platform that
I
we live
found
in
when
to
you download an avatar with a shirt
spout
that's
rhetoric,
aligned perfectly,
bad
and then you
nonsense
upload
rhetoric.
that shirt as just
You
outfit
know,
top, but
like
on the armature that you get
I
with it,
believe it.
it doesn't
you
fit
start walking around your
anymore when you
environment
use it
and
on an
you just
avatar.
see fucking weird hints
So you basically
that
just
are
have to
basically
line it up
dog
with the
whistles to
other
like the
armature.
Jewish
Like
question or
that,
whatever.
the lamp theory or whatever it was, or the guy on
What's the
Reddit,
lump
he saw the
theory?
lamp. Have you not seen this?
Mhm.
No.
This guy on Reddit, he got like knocked out, and
Yeah.
he had like this whole
Yep.
life in his head where he like it was like 5 years worth of memories where he had like a wife and children, and he had like this perfect life, and then one day he seen a lamp,
Yeah.
and it looked a little glitchy and weird, and that's like he started like thinking about everything, and like everything around him started to like glitch, I guess, and then he woke
Mhm.
up, and it had only actually been like 1 minute, and he'd been
Hi.
punched so hard in the street because he was getting
Yeah.
mugged
That's good.
That's
that his
interesting.
brain like
Yeah, I'll have to
completely like
finish
no
watching the
clipped.
video. I still
You
haven't
should
done
read
that.
about it. It's
That's
really interesting. I don't know if it's actually
shit.
true or not, but
My
it's
brain
really
has
interesting.
done some weird shit in dreams. I remember one time I was dreaming about I was in my room and it was dark, but there were like bright um it was almost like there was text all over the walls and it was like bright orange. And
Ooh.
and there was one that shone a lot more than the others, and it was like
Yeah.
lottery
Like so
numbers.
that avatar I
And I
was just
remember I
wearing with
tried to
the
remember it in the dream. I'm
the
like, okay,
military
I
guy.
know this is a
That was a
dream, but I want to
fairly
remember it for when I
easy one
woke
for
up.
me to bring in.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Other
Oh.
than the fact
What
that
if those numbers
all the
mean
mesh
something? They
is
probably didn't.
separated.
It was just a
Like
Yeah,
dream.
but
it's
like
You
lots
never
of
know.
numbers
But
and
you know,
letters tend to like
planes that
warp
are
a
touching
lot
each
in
other. Like the
dreams. I've
tries are
noticed
like
at least.
I mean the
yeah, I
vertices are
know.
on
That's
top
what
of
made
each
this so
other,
interesting
but
because
they're not actually
I was
joined.
like trying to remember something. My
So
brain was
it
just like
is annoying because it's causing
contextualizing on the
separation when I
spot,
move
and it's
around.
Yeah.
impossible
But
really because, like you
like
said,
if I
numbers and
merge them all
they're
by
kind of just
distance,
like
then it
yeah,
like
it's kind of like
smooths
an
things
AI
out and changes the
representation of
shading and it looks weird.
like
And
what a
if
number
I
or
shade
a word is,
flat
you
or
know.
shade smooth, it
Yeah.
doesn't look right.
Trying to get the last of the bag here.
I remember I woke up and I
Mm.
remembered like the first 3 digits, and then I was like, oh fuck it, it's just a dream. But who knows? Maybe I'd be living the good life if I did remember those numbers.
Yeah, we'll never know what
Hey,
happened.
maybe.
There's so many good free
Huh.
things. You don't have to buy one. And by using a free asset, it enables other people to use the same asset when they're following along with you.
There we
Have
go.
you guys seen the Book of Mormon?
Ugh.
Yes.
I love the Book of Mormon. I did
Oh, I
watch
thought you were
that
just
one.
talking about the book. I was like, that's why
not the
I
real
No,
one.
scoffed
no,
like
no.
that.
It's not a book.
The
It's
South
a
Park one.
actually, yeah. Isn't the Bible called the Book of Mormon? I don't know what their Bible's called. The Mormon people.
I want to call it like the
catch you a
Book of
bit later,
Jesus
I'm just gonna
Christ or
do
something. It's
Yeah,
they're the Church of Jesus Christ or something.
which is funny. Because the belief system in the Mormon area is just absurd.
I nearly
Most
converted to
absurd.
Mormonism by accident a couple of years ago.
Oh,
'Cause,
really? That's interesting.
yeah.
I want to hear about
Well,
this.
not on purpose. I struggle to say no to people, and I was going for
Oh.
coffee, and one of them approached me and started talking, and we set up like a date to talk, and I didn't want to just ghost her, so I went on this.
Oh
And
man,
funny.
I did the
thankfully
same thing, and it's so.
Really?
I went.
Oh
I went
god,
into
it was so. Ugh.
in Ottawa. There's a Church of Scientology.
Like, ugh,
In Ottawa,
I don't
there's
know.
a Church of Scientology, and me and my buddy went in, and we were like, let's fuck with them a bit because it's Scientology. It's trash people typically,
Yeah.
not the people, maybe just the
Yeah, they're
ideology attached
It's
to
just
it.
the rich.
I'm sure
being
some of the
greedy.
It's not
people are just misguided or whatever. But I went in, and the first question I asked them was, I was like, tell me about Xenu. And Xenu is their alien overlord that they're not supposed to talk about because it's embarrassing.
Huh?
Yeah. And it's real. It's a real thing. Like I think their secret information got leaked or something, and that was like the big secret, which was Xenu. And
Oh.
and they're like, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Oh, okay, let me do a
Oh.
personality test now. It was funny.
Huh.
It was a fun time.
I
I wasn't
love
too
religion. I get really
patronizing because
wrapped up in it.
They
Hmm?
sold those weird machines to people. I remember that.
Oh yeah, it's just nonsense. They
It
did
is,
one of those
it's so-
personality tests on me, and of course they tell me how depressed and sad I am, and I'm like,
Of
I know
course.
that. And they're like,
Tell me something
yeah.
I don't know.
They're like, the fix is to join our religion and hate gay people or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Uh, this was a treat though. This made me laugh internally for a long time. And then my buddy, he recently brought my attention to this. On the way out of the Church of Scientology, he's like, I don't know, man, maybe it'll help your depersonalization disorder or whatever.
Oh jeez.
It sounded kind of
Oh
interesting.
no.
Yeah. And then recently he's like, dude, like I'm talking like last week. He's like, remember that time I in a split moment I convinced you that I was falling for Scientology? And I'm like, yeah, that was interesting. I didn't believe you. I figured you were just joking around. He's like, yeah, I was. I'm like, oh yeah, good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No,
I
I would
remember. Oh god.
100% accidentally convert. I'd get really into it and want to know more information and just be like, yeah, I'm in. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see just how they operate. There are probably tons of documentaries on this. I saw one
Yeah, but to
documentary.
experience it would be a different thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like here's the
there's
thing.
a
I don't
guy on
think.
YouTube called Ben
Mhm.
Snyder. He like
Mhm.
infiltrated like the Scientology church in Los Angeles.
Ooh.
That was like a really good series you should watch.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
just
from
search
Vice?
infiltrating Scientology.
That's awesome. Vice used to
Yeah.
do a lot of cool stuff like that. Nowadays, they're more of like a pop outlet where they don't like travel much or anything as far as I know. But
Yeah,
Vice
The
used to
they
do
top
filed
these
for
10
bankruptcy
things you
already.
should
So.
know.
Yeah, top 10 celebrity deaths or whatever.
It's like, we have Watch Mojo. We don't need another one.
A lot of those are distasteful. I guarantee if you look up top 10 celebrity deaths, you'll find some kind of AI generated video on it or article.
Probably.
It's like, what the
Oh my god,
fuck?
do you know what I found on Amazon Prime the other day? Speaking of AI generated videos, there's an AI guide to the Twilight Saga, and they've made all the imagery, the voice, and the script made with AI.
That's
Wow.
interesting.
And it's all about Twilight.
I think they could do that right. Like, I think that it is possible to utilize AI
think
as
you're
like a
muted.
rough draft of something. But I think it won't have a human appeal, if it's just all AI.
Yeah, like
An
it'll
example
just
of
have to be
this,
something silly.
someone recently released a relatively convincing AI George Carling hour-long special. They released it
Whoa.
on YouTube, and they use his voice too, which is very fucked up because he's dead, long dead. The material that was generated sounds George Carlin-y, but it's all you could tell. It's not as I don't know. It's not as on the nose. Like it's something anyone can make up. It's not something like it's not unique George Carlin um, satire or like view of the world. You could totally
Yeah.
tell. But it's interesting and scary and disturbing. George Carlin's daughter spoke up about it and was oh, I tried to add him back, but he disappeared.
Oh, you can do it in your
Uh,
menu, like
oh,
under people and then the requests.
I don't see. Oh, friend requests. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, there's so many people. Are those out people? Wait, did I
Huh.
fucking like
It'll
skip
say
on a bunch
outgoing
of
or
people I
incoming.
didn't add? Cancel friend requests. Oh no, these are
Oh,
people I
Discord
sent friend
Kitty is
requests to,
she's
I
still in
think.
Dojo Theater.
Think.
She must be asleep.
That's an incoming, except. Okay, I see. Apparently I'm blind. Incoming. Incoming. I feel bad because I must not have seen them. How did I not friend Mystery Steve? Mystery Steve is awesome. Okay. Incoming, that's outgoing. Incoming.
That's pretty good art though. Like
Don't know who
drawing of
Moonapoo is. Moopaloo, but whatever. Mystery Steve,
Mm.
accept. Oh, there he is. Cuban.
Can you guys hear me? Testing 1, 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hello. Hey,
Fuck.
Casper. What's wrong?
I now I don't hear you people, but this entire time I was talking and
No.
I just thought I was being ignored. Fucking monkeys.
Oh.
Now I can't even hear it anymore.
That's no good.
No. There are no plans yet.
I like your avatar.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where are your eyes? Are they looking at my boobs? Stop looking at my boobs. Dude, it's well,
Raggy?
oh, I know. I'm just joking around. I figured as much. I'm just joking around. Yeah. I want to start an event for live relax, Ina, for live music. But I'm trying to figure out how I'll pull it off because I don't want it to be all me. I want it to be other people maybe streaming, playing guitar or whatever.
Oh.
Why is that happening?
Yeah, I was thinking
Can you
kind of like
hear it?
open mic, but maybe a little bit more less open
Maybe
mic,
try. Oh, he can't hear me.
more like an actual like an actual show like a perform like you go to a place opening act featuring act and whatever. Almost like something like that where it's more organized. Not that like I love open mic shows. I really do. I just also want to like legitimize VR as a platform for performances in general. A place you can go and Mhm. That's another thing I was thinking of doing was making VR instruments, but Like I did it before. I made a sequencer in VR in Unity Engine for VR chat. I didn't release it. It was more of a test, and seemed to work okay. It was literally just using um, sequences that you enter in. That way, everyone's in sync. You know. But probably the best option we have is people either live streaming themselves in the real world or maybe live streaming from a separate app. I got to figure out, how do those 3D cameras work? Not 3D cameras, sorry, but like those VR external cameras, you know, where like you're streaming kind of like you're not streaming the view of your avatar, you're streaming or the first person perspective. You're kind of streaming the external view. What are those called? Do those like what is that? I don't even know if anyone's aware. Yeah. Just
Have that color.
mhm.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Keep fucking.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a little too niche right now, I think. But if I can make it not niche by maybe making it more accessible in VR, something like, for an example, I was thinking of making a chord device where you could just, if you know the chords, you could just kind of tap them, you know, or strum with your hand, with your arm, touching triggers, you know.
What's
And
up, fellas?
if you, with your other hand, if you're touching that's how you kind of switch chords.
Yo, have you been to the floating forests?
No. What's
Yeah,
that?
Theory, he's the one that made it. He made like some kind of instrument where you could grab some like cylinder pole, and it's gonna make like a kind of like a wind chime sound, and you could
Oh,
actually
cool.
play the instrument itself. And there's like a
That's
big
neat.
piano that's like on the floor where you could like just walk onto it, and it'll play.
I made something like that in I made the floor piano in Horizon Worlds for a friend as like a commission.
Okay, yeah.
It was cool. But I did get a sequencer working in A-frame. Not a sequencer, sorry, a synth. But it was only like
Mhm.
one block as a test, and you just touch it and it kind of releases the sound or of the synthesizer that is with Tone.js. And it was pretty neat because I was using hand tracking too to fuck with it. And I think my next step is just kind of like adding extra notes and whatnot, or like or switch between like that strummer idea, that strumming thing. I made something like that in Horizon Worlds where there were major and minor uh, um, chords, and there were like 4 triggers, 4 or 5. And when you touched the blocks that represented, things on your left hand, the triggers would change their notes, so you could just kind of do. It was very much just doing this, whatever was in your view, and then changing the, Anyway, yeah. Thought that was an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so I might go
yeah,
back to
like
playing with
Mhm.
anything's
that.
definitely doable.
Yeah, I tried it in Banter though, without the Unity package though, so that's probably why it didn't
We can
work the
stop. I can
best.
make coffee in the
And
break.
the note was there was a collider on it, and also touching it didn't do anything. So I figure I got to add the Unity package in to the project to get things working proper.
Yeah, well, if you're using a Unity project, yeah,
I
definitely
keep
need the
accidentally.
SDK.
Well, it wasn't a